Hello everyone and welcome back to the Butt State Penitentiary. Prepare your butts because we are going to put you into the Butt State Penitentiary where none of the butt stuff will happen. Anyway, I actually did not accelerate time because I just realized I never hired the warden. There we go. And that unlocks a whole bunch of different things in bureaucracy. Security for security, psychology to see prisoner needs, health for infirmaries, education for reform projects, finance for finance, legal for various things. But I always go maintenance first, because with maintenance and then groundskeeping you can set up an area for forestry. And once you get your forestry going is when you start making money. Obviously you can get money through accepting grants, and you can get money through various other ways and means, but forestry is going to be your main way. And okay, I was wondering why this office space was not being finished. Alright, I'm just gonna throw a staff door on here so I can get in and out. I have all the utilities set up, right? No. Okay. So now it's time to just do this. I don't have any prisoners coming in. I never started my timer. So yeah, this prison's not going so well so far. No prisoners, no timer, no nothing. There we go. Anyway, did we already finish with something? No. Oh, hire a warden and build 2 offices. Okay. We have another couple of spots for offices here, but we're not going to fill them out just yet. Although I'm probably going to... You know what? Fine, I will. I have the money for now. Let's see. They were facing the door, right? Yes, there we go. And then a filing cabinet. I might as well completely fill out the offices because, you know, why not? They don't cost that much money. That will eventually be where... This will be where my foreman is. That's going to be my chief. That's going to be my psychologist, I believe. I'm going to have a couple guys up here. A security room, an armory, a miniature break room, a workshop, common room, I believe. Yep, canteen, kitchen, some other stuff. I completely forgot. This is an infirmary, that much I remember. I think this is a library. Classroom, laundry. Why wouldn't I have the laundry closer to my cell blocks? It's weird. What do I have in here? Oh, this is the chapel. Speaking of which, I've been doing this a lot lately when I've been playing by myself. Is the chapel 6x6? Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, now we just basically wait around for things to happen. Yeah, these guys are waiting for power, but we've only got a few guys running around trying to do everything right now. One thing that you definitely want to do at some point is you want to build a perimeter fence. This fence only costs 3 per square. And costs, like, on a medium map, 500. And another, about 500. The reason you want to do this is if your workers are doing something, prisoners can slip out and have an easy road right to freedom. And that's not what you want. There we go. I'll eventually, like, move these road gates as well and make it a little easier, but... That cost me a little bit of money, but basically it ensured that the prisoners can only escape down here or up here, which means eventually that's where I'm going to be moving my road gates. But yeah, if they like slip out here when I'm doing construction on another block, they can't just run away to freedom. So that's good. Oh, another thing that I forgot to do that you should always do is you should dismantle all the trees in your starting area, because free money. You can sell the logs, they're worth money. And you're going to need that money. Plus, you don't need existing trees for forestry. You plant your own trees. And it's another reason to chop down these trees is so you can plant more trees. Think every tree you plant costs 100, and every tree you chop down will give you 200 or something like that. And then if you start doing stuff in a workshop by splitting the wood and then logging it, you can get somewhere around 1,000 per tree you plant. Which is a pretty good investment. It takes a while to return an investment upon a workshop because you need to train your prisoners to be able to work the workshop in the first place. But, you know, once they do, then you can start getting some money going. It's not really worth it for minimum security prisoners because they usually leave your prison before they have a chance to really help out. It also doesn't hurt that it's a reform program and helps their chances in parole. Okay. Oh, yeah. Woo, foreman. Hire you. Work on groundskeeping. And security. I should have done finance, actually. Go ahead and unlock that. Okay, so we're working on groundskeeping. Once we do that, we can hire like 2 gardeners and just fill out this entire area of forestry. One thing I like to do in other prisons, not this one, it's not going to be enough room. Outside my perimeter fence, I make the next 15 blocks forestry and then fence that off, because then prisoners can't get contraband thrown in. Is that not enclosed yet? No, it's not. And do I have fences being built here or no? Apparently not. I don't have fences being built here. I need those to prevent people from running out to get contraband. And then, yeah, got the canteen starting to be built. The reason I use 2 wide doors is because it makes just getting the prisoners in a lot easier. Okay, I just built a yard, apparently. One thing I don't like about planning is it just gets in the way of everything else. A lot of the time. There we are. Alright, so I'm not going to need these or these because I know where these go now. But, however, I will need to put down some brick walls here. I don't know what this was supposed to be, but I can make this a security room because it has enough room. But, you know, I guess I'll just, you know what, for planning's sake, I'll get rid of that. And just do something like this. Make it a large security room, along with a... something like this. That should be enough to fit a table, right? Just barely. You know what? That's all going to be one room. Forget it. Armory and security. They can be inside one room, and then you make a staff room right here. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, I need a staff door there. I don't ever want prisoners working in the kitchen because they can get too much contraband there. I mean, granted, they can help take the load off your cooks and save you some money, but just don't like the idea of prisoners working in my kitchen. Alright. So we still haven't even laid out cell blocks. Oh, I mean, yes, we have. These don't have toilets? What's wrong with you? Indoors surrounded by... Oh. These 2 don't have walls. That's great. There we are. Okay, so I've got 6 basic cells, which I'll eventually just turn into solitary. Really nice solitary, but solitary all the same. Now, one thing, prisoners will stay in any room that's 3 levels below the grade they deserve. 3 levels, within 3 levels of the grade they deserve, in one direction. Like, if a prisoner deserves a grade 6 room, they won't move into a grade 10 room, but they'll move into a grade 9 room, and they'll move into a grade 0 room. Grade 0 rooms you can only get when you research small cells within the lawyers, because, you know, they need to, if it's 2 by 2 with only a bed and a toilet, then it's going to be grade 0, but if it's 2 by 3 with a bed and a toilet, it's going to be grade 1. So, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, I never built visitation. That was smart. And in order to save myself money, I'm eventually going to turn that into visitation / parole. I suppose this technically requires an entrance. Great. I'm running a little low on money here, actually. That's worrisome, because I still haven't built my shower. Well, I did. Canteen, kitchen. So I can technically zone out these rooms, which I really should have done already. Autosave, damn you. See, that's that, and then canteen. It's a very odd design for a canteen. I've never had one with like this little jutting part of it. Shower. Now I just need 2 cooks and 2 guards, which will cost me a total of $2,000. So as long as I don't, as English, as I don't slip below $2,000, I should be fine. And it's only going to cost me 500, so 1,500. So I need to not slip below So I only have like $1,000 to spend, basically. Which is fine. I think I've spent pretty much everything I want already, except for... Oh. Haderp. That's why nothing has power. Alright, so I can get 6 cells going. Oh, I need a wall here. And then they can go to the yard, they can go to the canteen, they can go to the kitchen, they can go to the shower. Okay, that's all fine. Utilities. I missed a pipe here. That's great. So I'm going to bring in 6 medium security prisoners at the start of the next day. Or, you know, in 2 hours. It's a bit sooner than I thought it'd be, but oh yeah, let's get rid of this tree. And eventually I want to fill out all of this with pathways. Yeah, come on. I really would prefer to have, you know, guards deployed. Ugh, if I'm going to bring in prisoners, I need to do this. Alright, that takes care of that grant. You know what? I cannot, because I don't have the kitchen set up yet, and they're going to just complain about food, and then they're going to be like, why is there no food? I know, that's how I'd be. Why is there no food? And then I'd start a riot and get killed. Pretty simple. I'm just going to fast forward until these guys are done with this. And I'm wondering why this foundation is not done yet. Oh, I guess it technically doesn't have an entrance, does it? There we go. That'll do it, hopefully. Alright, I'm just waiting here for someone to, you know, connect these cables. Or they're too busy chopping down the trees that I told them to chop down. That's good. Without these cables, we cannot take in prisoners. Yeah, they're all just bringing trees. That's great. Yeah, no prisoners without power, so I suppose I should just cut away until we get the power set up. Because, you know, boring. Alright, quickly before I really cut away, we just finished 2 things, so I'm just going to go ahead and... We have finance, we're going to work on security, we have groundskeeping, so we're going to... Whoa, hiccup, work on cleaning. And we're going to go ahead and get the accountant her office. And that completes that grant, so we are going to go with... Staff well-being is really easy, and I could do it pretty quickly. Security chief, 10 guards, don't want to do that yet. Prison maintenance, very easy as well. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot, she has to research the extra grant. And now we wait, again. Oh, finally! They finally have the power connected. There we go. And now that also is done. Now we got all that done. We got everything done! I'm gonna build a brick wall there. There we are. Kind of make this like an extra storage room, actually. I could make this the actual staff room, then I could put in combined armory. Combined. That's a correct way to say that. To combine. I did it again. Combined armory and security here with a staff room here. Actually, I'll do that, and then I'll just throw like waiting on that staff door. Actually, so needs 5 guards without assigned duties. I need a wide sofa for the staff room. And a drinks machine. Here we go, and then we find the room. Where is it? Staff room. Come on. There it is. Alright, after that, now we need to hire 2 janitors. Because the place is getting filthy. Pair of gardeners. That completes the grant, and with that, actually with this additional money, I'm going to deck out the kitchen a little bit more, because it'll allow me to more easily bring in new inmates. There we go. Really wish I had the clone tool. That would make things a lot easier here. And then throw another couple benches there. And then mirror that on this side. I can expand the canteen a little bit later if I find I'm running out of room. Besides, you want a little bit of room in your canteen because you want to be able to put like phones and TVs in there. Because they're going to finish eating and then they'll have nothing left to do. Let's get rid of those 2 objects and then throw... There we are. 3 sets of benches. We want to put phones in the canteen, definitely, because family is in need that... let's not put them there, because I eventually plan on doing stuff there. Doesn't really matter if they're right next to the tables, actually. So, bench... Yep, bench, table. There we are. Bench, bench, table. Let's go ahead and throw the other 2 serving tables that we want here. And now, a couple TVs. One thing I've actually noticed, it's good to have backup toilets everywhere. Because prisoners will always need to void their bowels. That sounded so much more subtle in my head. But yes, prisoners will always need to void their bowels. And if they can't void their bowels, they understandably become extremely upset. And the last thing you want is a riot because the prisoner was not able to void his bowels. I love saying that. Okay, visitor stables for this. Because making a visitation room is part of the thing. There we are. And then once I get the quest for the visitation room complete, I'll literally split this into a visitation and parole. Oh yeah, I should probably also... Not all of them, I want 6 of them because I don't have enough cells yet. And the last thing I really want is for them to be stuck in the holding cell for too long. Let's see. Canteen, going good. Oh yes, we need stuff in the yard because if they're just stuck in the yard doing nothing, they're going to be annoyed. And not every prisoner will run to fill their exercise need. So you want to make sure to have plenty of weights in the yard. And you definitely, one thing I've noticed actually that's really important, you want to have prayer mats in the yard as well. Because if your prisoners can't get to the chapel during free time, they will wind up having a massive spiritual need as well. Throw just like 3 TVs in there for now. It's probably a little bit too much for now, but I like to deck out my yards. So TVs, prayer mats, weights, definitely want phones in the yard. And because I like my prisoners, I'll throw 1 pool table in there. And another thing you definitely want in your yard, which you might not think you need, is benches. Prisoners one thing I've noticed is actually pretty annoying to fill is their comfort need. And they get a lot of comfort just by sitting. So yeah, just have some benches in the yard. That should actually be a requirement for a yard, is benches. Can't just be like an outdoor area. That's kind of boring. Alright, so shower. You notice I have emergency toilets in there too. Or going up in there. One emergency toilet in the canteen. That should be all I need. Throw the piping in there. I need to extend that pipe a little bit more. That's the thing. I wish you could see pending objects when you're in utilities mode. And speaking of stuff like that, let's get this out of here. Alright, so we have the kitchen, holding cell, reception, cells. Let's just go ahead and make all this visitation for now. If I can, you know, type in the right thing to search it. Boom, visitation. Oh yeah, one thing. You want to make sure there's metal detectors, because sometimes they'll get shanks and stuff smuggled in. You want to make sure there's a metal detector in reception for anything your guards miss. And, you want them at the entrances to your yards and canteens. The only problem is I'm worried that I may not have enough electricity to deal with this. Oh, fuck. I did not want power switches. That just wasted, well, not too much money, actually. Boom. There's that. And then, want one in visitation, which I'm surprised does not actually have power. Alright, so that should be good. And with the rest of this money, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set paving stone down. Paving stone, what it does is it helps your workers move around a lot faster. Workers and prisoners, actually. So it's actually well worth the investment to sit down paving stone like everywhere. There we go. That was a little bit of an expensive one, honestly, but you want paving stone pretty much everywhere. And the reason I have yet to set up my forestry is because I'm worried about overtaxing my small workforce. There we are. That sets out the pathways. What is it? Secure behind at least one door. Did I not set down a jail door here? Apparently not. There we are. Okay, so jail door there. The yard is being decked out. Visitation is pretty much ready. So yeah, we're ready for our prisoners in 12 hours time. Except I did not put enough small pipe here. Okay, now we're just waiting on walls there, because I've got the walls queued, and showers. As well as the emergency toilets. Staff room is done. That means I can... Oh yeah. Definitely want to get bank loan, prison labor, prison policy all approved. And then I need to hire the chief of security and have him research deployment so I could set guards in specific areas. Holy, look at that storage. And my washing machine is going haywire, so that's, I think, as good a place as any to end this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like for me. Make sure to leave me a comment, guys, and return to Butt State Penitentiary. We have cookies. And no butt stuff.